In today's video, we are tackling something that trips up many math students, fraction operations. We'll walk through all four: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division with clear examples and one simple rule for each. Let's start with adding fractions. Here is a golden rule. You can only add fraction when their denominators are the same. In our example, we have 5 and 3 in denominators, and clearly the denominators are different. So how we can find a common denominator? A simple way is to multiply these two numbers 5 and 3 with each other, and that will give us a common denominator. So 5 times 3 equals 15, and 15 works because 15 is divisible by both 5 and 3. So we have found a common denominator. Let's write it down here. But here is a catch. We can't just change the denominators without also changing the numerators in the exact same way. So what did we do here to make it 15 instead of 5? So we actually multiplied 5 by 3 to get 15. So we have to multiply the numerator by 3 as well. So 2 multiplied by 3 goes here. And similarly on the other side, what we have done to get 15 instead of 3 here, we have multiplied it by 5. So same thing goes here, 1 times 5. Now that we have found a common denominator, we are allowed to add the numerators. So 15 is the common denominator. We can write it here. And 2 times 3 gives us 6 plus 1 times 5 gives us 5. 6 plus 5 equals 11. We have 15 in the denominator. This cannot be simplified further, so we'll leave it here. This is our final answer for this expression. Next up, subtracting fractions. The core rule is exactly the same as for addition. You can only subtract fractions when their denominators are the same. In our example, again, our denominators are different, 16 and 4. So we have to find a common denominator in this case as well. Now we don't always have to multiply the denominators to get a common denominator. We can see that 16 is a multiple of 4 already, so we can use that as a common denominator here. So let's use 16, and again same rule applies. We just can't change the denominator without changing the numerator. So on this side we haven't changed anything. 16 was the denominator before and we have used it, so no change needed in the numerator either. But here we have changed the denominator from 4 to 16. So what we have done is we have multiplied 4 by 4 to get 16. So we have to multiply the numerator by 4 as well. So now we have a common denominator, 16, present here. And we can write 7 minus 1 times 4 gives us 4. And when we simplify it, we get 7 minus 4 equals 3. Divide by 16. This cannot be simplified further, so this is a final answer for this example. Now let's switch gear to multiplications. Here's the good news. This is much simpler. You do not need a common denominator to multiply. The rule is straightforward. Multiply the numerators together and multiply the denominators together. So let's do that. So 8 times 3 goes in the numerator, and 9 times 4 goes into the denominator. Now you can simply go ahead and multiply this. There's no issue with that, and you can simplify it later. But if you can simplify it here, it makes multiplication easier. We can see that 3 and 9 both are divisible by 3. So 3 divided by 3 gives us 1, and 9 divided by 3 gives us 3. And similarly, 8 and 4 are also divisible. So 4 divided by 4 gives us 1, and 8 divided by 4 gives us 2. So our expression becomes 2 times 1, which is 2, and divide by 3 times 1, which is 3. So 2 over 3 is our final answer because we cannot simplify it any further. And finally, let's tackle division of fractions. This is the one that often sounds intimidating, but there's a simple trick that makes it just as easy as multiplication. The rule is to divide fractions, multiply by the reciprocal. So we can write 2 over 3 as it is, but instead of dividing, we multiply and we flip 5 over 7 as 7 over 5. Now, as we solved in the multiplication, simply go ahead and multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. If we can simplify it here, we would do that, but it's not the case. We cannot simplify it here any further, so we'll just multiply. So 2 times 7 gives us 14, and 3 times 15 gives us 15. 14 over 15 cannot be simplified further, so we'll leave it here. That's our final answer. And there you have it, the 4 core fraction operations broken down step by step. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel.